here we go. Look at that. We have this lovely design. And as you can see, this is clickable right now. And what's going to happen when we click? 3, 2, 1. And look at that. This is great, right? Here we can edit. And here we have those save button and this like cancel button. And if we click it and nothing happens because it looks like it's not setting up the, oh, sorry, we set it to the save. Okay, so we click, save, click, save, click, and save. This is great, right? Hi everyone, and welcome to the new episode of PlannerApp version 2. Right now we are on the implementation of the items page. So this is the plans, and recently we have implemented this button over here, and when you click over it, we can see here, we can see the details of the plan, and here we said we are going to see the items that are related to this plan. We are going to see the new button where we can add a new one. We will able to edit, delete, and toggle, like mark it as checked, unmark it as unchecked. So the first step that we are going to do is actually just to design the layout of these to-do items, how it's going to look like, to design that component, and then we can implement the operations related for that. So let's go ahead and start implementing this. And before we move, don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you encourage us to continue upload more stuff. Right now, I am in the plan detailed dialog.razor, this component over here. So if you open up this one, here you can see that we have blank card, blank cards list, the blank details dialog, and things like that. So our item is going to be listed over here, right? On the right side of the dialog, which is the second column, and they are going to be over here. So to keep things modularized as much as possible, we are going to create also here a new folder. So let's right click, click on add, new folder, and we are going to call this new folder to-do items. So here we are going to have all the components that's actually related to the to-do items. They're going to be here. And now we will add a new razor component, and this razor component gonna represent the item itself. So we are going to call it to-do item. Here we go. This is the little component that we have. I'm going to remove that. The first thing that we should do is to remove this namespace, and not to keep it components to-do items, just to keep it components, to keep all those components on the same level. Namespace, PlannerApp dot components, things like this. This is it. Very simple. Now we're going to click over here and move this code to the code behind file. So now this is the code that we have. Right now we're not going to write any logic. All we are going to do is actually to design how this card gonna look like. So basically it will have a, as you can see the design on the screen right now, it will look like this card. We have the checkbox on the left side, we have the text itself that represents the item, and then the delete button on the right. And when we click on the item, we are going to see a text box that we can enable, so we can edit it. So the first parameter this component gonna take is actually the to-do item itself, and we call that to-do item detail. We will call it item. So this is the item that we are going to pass for this component. So let's go ahead and design that based on what you have seen on the screen right now. The first thing to start with is actually to use a parent. Let's go to my Blazor here a little bit, and I will scroll down, then go to features, and here let's go to flex. So flex is actually a flexibility in the CSS design. It's called like the flex box, and which allows you actually to put things horizontally or vertically, or like wrapped in a very flexible manner, right? So as you can see here, we have a lot of options. You can set them, like if you set the direction to row, then they are going to be horizontally, or you can have them vertically, and things like that. We have the justify, which allows us to put the content in in the center, in the right, or in the left. This is more a CSS thing. It's not tied to Blazor, but what Blazor gives to us is actually the ability to, instead of writing all this JavaScript, this CSS things, they are actually providing them to us through a very cool classes. So what we need is they should be aligned in the center like this, and they will be horizontally. So this is what we are aiming for. But we need to make the text the biggest thing. So in that case, we can use what is called grow and shrink. If we go over here, we can say that this is the checkbox, this is the details, and this is actually the delete button. So let's go ahead and implement that. The first thing to do is to add a dev class. So here, to give it a class, one of the classes that we should give to it is actually M1, which means margin 1, and we need a padding 1 as well. So after we set the margin and padding, we need to set that it is like a flex. So enable flexing, all I have to do is actually just set dflex, just like that. So let's set dflex. This is the first thing. Then we should define the direction that it is row. So what we have to do as well is just to say flex row. Now we need those items to be vertically aligned in the center. So what we type is align center, things like that. And for now, this is all what we want. So I will click on save. This is it. Now what we should do is just as a sample, just to know how to align things in a good way. We are going to add a dev. This dev that will include the modded checkbox. But for now, I'm going to make it like a dev, and just for a sample to know that we are aligning things correctly, I'm going to give it a width of 50 pixel and the height of 50 pixel and background color for yellow, things like that. And then we are going to say flex shrink, which means this one will be shrink, so it will take exactly just its space, and it will left the rest of the space for the other component that's existing. Then I will copy this and we'll put it over here, and then I'll put it here. So here we are going to be the description of the label, here is going to be the checkbox, and here is going to be the delete button. So let's make this one blue and make this one red or green, just like that. But this will be shrink, but I'm gonna remove the width of this one and I'm gonna make it grow. So if we go here, grow and shrink, you can see that we have, if you open up, this is exactly what we are aiming for. So, okay, here we can take it just like that. We can set the shrink and the grow together. Okay, let's do what they are doing. And this is the same. And we give this one. So this one is going to be the shrink 1. Oh, sorry, it looks like, no, it should be like this, because they are on the other direction here, like this is the first and this is the last. Okay, so right now, just to make sure that this one is working, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set like a set of ToDo items, ToDo item over here, and I'm gonna copy it 4 or 5 times just to make sure it's working. And right now, let's take advantage of the hot reload in Blazor. So let's see how we can do that. Actually, I'm gonna run the application without debugging. So I'll click here. Here we go, the application is running. Let's go ahead and log in. Test at PlannerApp.com, test.123, set the login button. And right now, here we are logged in. Let's go to plans and let's open up this view and see if this one is working. And yeah, it is. Look at that. Here we have a set of items, but you are seeing them like this just because there is no margin. So let's apply some margin over here by typing, well, this margin doesn't work. So let's try to type empty top and click on this button. Oh, here we go. So we saved and we got this margin right now applied. So this is one of the amazing features that you can see in .NET 6. Right now we have hard reload. We don't have to reload the app. We don't have to rebuild it again. All what you can do is just go ahead, apply your update like this. Let's see that in action more. And then all we can do is just actually, let's make it like 2, for example, and hit save. And then we have this hot reload. Here we go. This is amazing, right? And the design that we are aiming for is actually just working perfectly. Now we have the layout amazing for each item. All that we can do is just actually set the things that we are aiming for. So let's do that. Now I will keep the application running, but instead of having like these things, let's go ahead and add some like more component that actually makes sense for the purpose that we are going to do. So what we need is basically we need let's go to forms and input, and here we have a checkbox. This is the checkbox. Let's take this one over here. So all what we have to do is just to take this like that, and let's put it over here, right? That's very simple. And right now, because we don't have like any data, and before doing this, let's just add a little private pool is checked equals true, just before bind the real data, just for having it like this. Okay, now it is bound successfully. Now let's add some class for it, which is this class, right? All that we need to add is the same classes, but it will be 0 and grow will be 0 as well. So this is the first item, but we need some margin from the right side just to keep a place between the checkbox and the label that we are going to see. So I'll add MR, which is margin right. I'll add 2. This is the first part have been implemented. That's very easy, right? Now let's go to the second part. The second part is going to be like a mod text and typo, which is like what is the type of this text. It's going to be subtitle 1. Like you have a set of titles over here. I think we already passed across them. You can discover them, H1, headline, head 2, and so on, subtitle, body. But we need the subtitle 1. And also the exact same thing. We need those classes. Copy them. Class. Add them over here. And use their class. And here let's type something like studying Blazor with .NET 6 and ASP.NET Core. Like this is an item. So let's remove this. The second item is done, right? The last thing is to add a lovely button over here that represents the delete. So I will go here and let's go to icon button, sorry. And we have all these lovely buttons over here. What we are gonna take is simply, we will take this one. I liked it, this is what we are aiming for. So I'll copy it as it is. And we'll paste that over here. Oh, sorry, I didn't copy it. So let's copy, save, and material, let's go to color. And I'm gonna use color dot primary. Okay. And let's, of course, we need those classes to be filled. So that class Here we go. And we need to say grow 0 and shrink 0. We don't need this guy over here. And we are going to remove this. So this is what we have right now. Oh, sorry, instead of having primer, let's have error, because it is actually an error. So let's click save, and let's click on the hat reload button. Let's go back to our page. Okay, it's not yet updated. Sorry. Okay, like those changes, we need to rebuild and apply changes. That's okay. So this hat reload thing is being like updated day after day, which is going to make it this like a great experience. And here we go. Yeah, it's still faster than closing the app and reopen it again. Okay, let's click on this. Oh my God, look at that. This is very, very cool, right? We can have this stuff, those other items. They are just look great. What do you think of adding like a little card around them and making it with a little shadow? I think it's going to look great. Let's give it a try by putting all this stuff within what is being called a mud paper, and then this mud paper over here, we're gonna close that, and we use what is called elevation. So it is 1, and the class margin top is 1, and then we can remove this margin top here. We can click save, hat reload. Okay, this also, okay, whenever you want to embed a new component, you have to rebuild that. But yeah, still, it's faster, and this is still like in the preview. It's not fully published for Blazor, so it will take some time. But I'm enjoying it. It's still far way better than stopping and rebuilding the app every time using the debug mode and things like this. And here we go. Right now we have an amazing cards for this purpose. What we need to do is to add like margins from the right and the left, and also we need some margin top so we can keep the items in a good position. So what we are going to do is to just basically, let's add over here mx px3, click save and hat reload. Okay, here we go. Let's remove this, and we need also to have some margin right from here, and we need also margin right for this one. And instead of margin 1 from the top, let's keep it 2. So just we have some more space. Okay, here we go. We have it good, but this button is going outside. So what we have to do actually is, first of all, we have to limit how long can this one actually goes, this text, and then like if it's bigger, then we're gonna use like a small font. But if it's like those are actually like around, let's see how many characters are those. If we do it like this, okay, how we can count those characters? 47. So we should keep it for 40. So what we are going to do is to type it like this. But because right now we don't have a variable, let's try just to use body 1 or body 2. Save and click on the hat reload. Here we go. Yeah, this is much better. What we should do also is to reduce this so we can give those items like more space, because we don't gonna let the user just having like a small amount of text, so he should take care of this. So let's give it more space from this one. So I'll go to the plan details over here, and instead of make it 50-50, I'm gonna make it like let's say 40% by 60%. So I'm gonna give it 7 columns, and I will give this one 5 columns. Let's click on save and hot reload again. Oh, look at that. This is far way better, right? Now we can give it like more, let's say, we can get it back to body 1. Yeah, I think this is good. So now we have this designed very properly, and they are looking very good. It's now the time to fill out the data. Then before we end up filling out the data, we still have, sorry, one more thing to do, which is editing this. We need to add the capability to edit, right? And the edit is going to happen through an edit button over here and a text box that will be shown whenever the user clicks on this item. So either he click save, we will add a save button here, or we will add the capability just to say that I want to cancel, like just forget, I don't want to save. So let's go ahead and implement that as well. So we have a very fancy look for this page. So I will add a variable called private pool is edit mode equals both. And whenever the user clicks on this on the text, we are going to make it clickable. How? By we can say style cursor hand. Pointer. So this means right now this is like you can see this hand at the cursor. So this means the user knows that this is a clickable or things like that. And just to keep it a little bit steady, let's add some new lines. Okay, and over here we will add on a click. We will make it like add a lambda expression is edit mode equals true. So now we are in the edit mode. So what we are going to do if the user is in the edit mode, what we are going to do is simply, okay, but we have it already, no? Oh yeah, we have to stop the app from running, and yeah, that's okay. So, come on, let's close this and just stay focused over here. So if his edit mode is true, then first of all, we want to hide this text. So actually, if is edit mode, it is not modal, it is mode. Oh, sorry. Here we go. If it is not edit, then show this text box. But if it is edit, then don't show this text box and show a mod text field. Like this mod text field will have a label, description, and let's take one of the designs that's available for us over here, and what we are going to do is to have a text field, and then we will have this design. Like this is very neat. So I'll copy this as it is. Okay, let's put it here. Come on. It also didn't copy that from the first time, I don't know. So just for now, I'm gonna add another field, which is the description. welcome to Blazor and open it. Here we go, it's bound over there, and of course we need the same classes available for that one to be available for this text as well. So now whenever the user clicks on this description, the edit mode will be enabled, and then this text will be hidden, and this input box will show up, and then the user can edit the value that's existing. But at the same time, if he's in the edit mode, we are going also to add, if he's not in the edit mode, sorry, we are going to show the delete button. But if he is not, if he is not in the edit mode, we are going to hide the text box and show the text with the remove. But if it is within the edit mode, then we are going to have this cancel. Let's see if we have a cancel icon. Yeah, we do. We do, and we will give it the primary color, and we're gonna copy this, and we have another one. So cancel the edit, and the other one is save. Save, and it will have the success color, and of course it will be the same stuff, but for now the save can do nothing. It will just cancel the edit mode. So on click equals just basically cancel the edit mode. So is edit mode equals false. Let's save that. Click on the hatch reload button. Of course, we need to rebuild. And here, oh, sorry. This one is edit mode and not modal. So let's try to run it again one more time. So here we are for the final test, because this session became like a little bit long, but I think we have done some good achievements. Let's click again over here, and here we go. Look at that, we have this lovely design, and as you can see, this is clickable right now. And what's going to happen when we click? 3, 2, 1, and look at that. This is great, right? Here we can edit, and here we have those save button and this like cancel button, and if we click it and nothing happens because it looks like it's not setting up the, oh sorry, we set it to the save. Okay, so we click, save, click, save, click, and save. This is great, right? This is what we are aiming for right now. We have these components ready. What we can do is just go ahead and implement the logic for that. So thank you so much everyone for watching. In the next video, we are going to implement the HTTP client service for the items, so we can just push the add, we can push the edit, remove, and the toggle to set it from done to undone and vice versa. So this is it. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.